You can probably tell that I'm not filming this video from home in Cornwall. I'm actually out here on this beautiful balcony at this stunning hotel in Lecco in Italy, and behind me are incredible views of the amazing Lake Como. What a location to film a video in. It's the day before the race, so both myself and Liga are taking on the Lake Como Trail 30k tomorrow. We are super excited about it. The atmosphere is really building in town and we can't wait to get back out racing in the mountains. I thought I'd run you guys through all the kit and all the gear that's going to be helping me in the 30k with 1,800 meters of elevation tomorrow. So let's dive into the video and find out all about the gear I'm going to be using. Welcome back folks, and thanks for joining us for another video. It's great to have you along. I'm Lloyd Purvis and this is Run4Adventure on location in Italy. Really hope you've been enjoying all the content that we've been posting on our social media platforms while we've been away. That is if you're following. If you don't follow us on our platforms, then it's definitely worth doing because we do post a lot of stuff on Facebook and especially Instagram when we are away on trips like this. So we give you lots of sort of behind the scenes content on posts and on our stories when we're away traveling. Okay, so let's break down my kit list in a bit more detail. Now, like I already mentioned, it's a mountainous race, so the mandatory kit list is pretty extensive because the mountains can be a very hostile place to race and weather conditions, underfoot conditions can change extremely quickly, and we've actually seen some of the route while the guys have been running the 250-kilometer race here over the last 2 or 3 days, and some of it does look very technical. So let's start off with the all-important race shoe of choice. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys that have followed the channel for a long period of time probably already know what it is, but it is the very comfortable, super reliable Saucony Exodus Ultra 2. This trail shoe has never ever let me down, no matter what distance or what type of terrain I've run it on. I just find that midsole super comfy, but also I find it returns a lot of energy over distance. We've got a great rock plate in there to give you underfoot protection, and we'll probably need that tomorrow because the course looks very rocky. The outsole construction is aggressive enough to handle with most conditions, whether they're wet or dry, and believe it or not, this shoe has never ever given me a hot spot or blister. So really, when it came down to race shoe choice for tomorrow, there was only one option for me, and it has to be the fantastic Exodus Ultra 2. When it comes to clothing, obviously we need to carry a fully waterproof jacket just in case. So I'll be carrying in my race vest the Soar Nano rain jacket, again a fully waterproof tape seam jacket, super lightweight, highly breathable, comes with some really nice features, and it packs down nice and small, so it's not going to take up too much room in my race vest. I love the fact it comes with a really substantial hood on it with a quality peak, so that's really going to give you some good levels of protection if the weather really turns on us. But if you're not using that hood, it also has a little press stud. Clip it down nice and secure, so it's not going to flap around right while you're running and cause you any problems. Also, along with that, we need to carry a long sleeve base layer, a long sleeve tee. I will actually have SaySky's highly breathable, super light mesh long sleeve base layer. I love this for so many reasons. One, it's super breathable, but it's great at wicking the moisture away if you're wearing it under a jacket, but it's also very packable, so packs down super small, really tight, so again doesn't take up too much room in my race vest. We need to have gloves, a warm hat, and a buff or a bandana, so I'll have a pair of SaySky running gloves. I'll also have one of their merino beanies, which are really comfortable to wear for long periods of time, and I'll obviously have a Run4Adventure buff, which are actually available at run4adventure.uk. Shameless plug there, but never mind. Even though it is only a 30k race tomorrow and we're starting at 9 o'clock in the morning, obviously this is a mountainous trail race, so it does take a lot longer than say your sort of traditional trail race in the UK or a road 30k. There's actually an 8-hour cutoff. Hopefully myself and Liga will be finished well before that, but because of this we do need to carry a head torch fully charged with some spare batteries. I'm actually choosing to use a new torch from Phoenix, and it is their HL32 RT. So it's a brand new unit. I've actually been testing it over the last couple of weeks for an upcoming review on the channel soon. Very powerful, 800 lumens, and it's got a long battery life, and it comes with this nice wide, highly breathable, very comfortable head strap with a boa-like adjustment system on it. So very similar to the brilliant HM65 RT, but this is quite a bit lighter than that unit. So we're going to be using it in the race tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to need it, and it's just going to sit in my pack for the duration. And also I'll be carrying a set of spare batteries. As far as the emergency kit goes for tomorrow, and again, hopefully, fingers crossed, this is stuff that we're not going to need in the race. First item is the brilliant Harrier super lightweight, very compact emergency survival bag. So notice I said bag, this is not a foil blanket because they're pretty useless, keeping you warm if you have an emergency up in the mountains. Whereas a bag, you can climb inside and it's going to give you lots of warmth when it's needed. And these really can be the difference between life and death. It is as simple as that. And I would always recommend carrying one if you're going out for any long days training in the mountains or taking on a challenging mountainous race. I'll also have one of Harrier's great compact little runner's first aid kits, so packed full of all the essentials. Again, this is not on the mandatory kit, but I always tend to carry one with me on races because you never know when it might help you out, or you could help another runner out. And then last but not least, you need to have a collapsible cup because there's not any cups at the aid station. So if you do want to grab a drink of water or energy drink, literally grab it out your pack, it pops out, fill it up, drink away, and then collapse it back down, and then you can stow it away and it's not going to take up too much room. When it comes down to my race nutrition, I'm going to have one of the very tasty Torque Explore flapjacks. Big fan of these, super moreish, but also that's going to give me some sort of solid substance to take on when it comes to my energy. I'll have one caffeinated gel from Precision Fuel and Hydration, and a bigger pouch of their standard gel. This actually has 90 grams of carb in it, so the equivalent of 3 gels. So screw top lid, you can take it when needed and then tighten it up again. So really handy to have in these longer races. And then the pièce de résistance when it comes to my race day fueling is a couple of their fantastic energy chews. These really are a highlight for me in any training run or any race, just because they're so tasty, and to be honest, I could snack on them all day. So all of that should give me around 200 grams of carbs, which should be plenty. And obviously we've got all the food at the checkpoint, so we should have, you know, lots of cakes, lots of biscuits, also fruit. And because we're racing in Europe, I dare say there'll be a lot of sort of cheese and meats to go around as well. I'm going to pack all my nutrition into a little Ziploc bag so I can just grab it out, take out whatever I need. It just keeps it nice and handy. And then all that mandatory kit that hopefully I'm not going to need is going to be cinched down into a 4-litre dry bag, just to keep it nice and safe, but most importantly to keep it nice and dry if I need it in the case of any emergencies. When it comes to the profile of the race, you literally go off from the start line and then it's a climb all the way up to the highest point of the route and then downhill all the way to the finish line. So because of this, I am going to be carrying some running poles, and my pole of choice is the brilliant Carbon Havellum Pro pole from Harrier. It's a fixed length pole. I actually used these out at TDS at UTMB last year, and I was just amazed with the performance and how comfortable they were to use for long periods of time. So super lightweight, you can see they pack down nice and small, so easy to stow away, and they just have a very comfortable contoured hand grip, and like I say, really comfy to have in your hand for long periods of time. So they'll be out, I dare say, from the start line all the way up that big climb. Once I've got to the summit, I'll be stowing them away in a Salomon pole quiver that will be attached to my race vest. And talking of race vest, I'll be using the very reliable, super dependable Salomon Advanced Skin 12 set. This is a pack that I've used to train in and race in for years, and it's never let me down. Very comfortable, very secure fit, so even when it's loaded up with all this kit, you get very little movement, highly breathable. Like I say, very comfortable fabric, so I've never had any irritation. But the most important thing, there is lots of accessible pockets, and for me, that's what I look for in my race vest, because I want lots of areas where I can stow stuff away and then I can get it nice and easily when I'm on the move. When it comes to hydration, I'm going to be carrying 2 Salomon soft flasks up front. I'll have clear water in one, and then I'm going to pop in a sachet of the performance fuel and hydration electrolytes. I use the 1000 mix. They do different levels depending on what you need as a runner. So like I say, I'll have one clear bottle, and then I'll be topping that other bottle up with electrolytes as I go through the checkpoints. And last but not least, the kit that I'll actually be lining up on the start line in. So up top, I will have one of SaceGuy's super comfy Pace short sleeve tees. I just love running in these. The fabric is so soft to touch against the skin. I'll be pairing that up with one of their short combat tights, very, very fitted, so great for running distancing, but it's also got a handy little pocket on each leg, so perfect for sort of stowing those gels away, really easy to access on the move. I will have a pair of CXP's performance running underwear on. Big fan of these. I tried them a month or so ago and was just so impressed with the technology used, the development and the fabrics. They've actually been designed with the help of Zach Miller, one of the best ultra runners in the world, and they really perform great, especially if you're running a long way. And then if you've followed the channel for any period of time, you'll know on my feet will be a pair of nice and bright and colourful stance socks. I'm not sure which pair, but I'm sure I'll pick a pair out in the morning. There you go, guys. That is all the kit and all the gear that I'm going to be using to help me through the challenging Lake Como Trail 30k up in the mountains tomorrow. Really hope you enjoyed the video. Really hoped watching me film in a different location, and a pretty stunning location at that, that's for sure. What I'll do is I'll link everything that's featured in the video in the description below in case you want to check it out in a bit more detail, because we have gone through everything really quick. Don't forget, if you have enjoyed the video, to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Only takes a second to do, it's completely free, but it is a big help. But while you're there, don't forget to hit that bell icon as well, so you'll be notified when we upload any new content. I'm off to take the weight off my feet, maybe roll the legs out a bit just to get prepared for the early start tomorrow as we head off on the ferry across Lake Como to Bellagio to the start. But for now, guys, thanks for watching. It's really appreciated. Thanks for supporting the channel. We'll be back here very, very soon. And as always, stay safe and keep on running.
The good thing is that the poles stick as well.
Yes. Oh yeah, it makes a massive difference. Well done, well done. I think Liga just gave a good demonstration of how bonkers this trail, I mean, it is ridiculous. We're struggling to even stand up. It is so steep, so muddy. There's very little traction. There's a tree there to hold on to, Liggles.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Everybody is struggling up here. Literally no traction at all. It's just so steep, it just zaps all your energy. Oh, whew. Onwards we go.